Hello, potato, and welcome, finally, to the last leg of the Soup March. The finale of the Soup March, the last episode of the Soup March for 2025, possibly forever. And it's been a fun journey. I've tried a lot of new soup in this last month. And almost all of it has been enjoyable. None of it's been awful, some of it's been disappointing, but nothing has been bad. But here we are now at the end with our last option. No dice today, no mystical magical coins needed to determine what today's soup is going to be. It is our last contender, the Hot Ones A-Sha collaboration Smoky Chili Ramen Noodle Soup. Pretty much the only thing in the whole Soup March that I've been a little afraid of, because Hot Ones doesn't generally mess around. Normally, when you see things like, hot on the label of something, it's very much open to interpretation. Some things say they're hot when they're not particularly hot. Some things say they're mild and they have no heat at all. Hot Ones, however, with my limited experience with them, which has largely been the Hot Ones Hot Pockets, which I wish there were more like flavors of that, because I would try more of those. And these Hot Ones A-Sha ramens. Now, I like A-Sha. A-Sha is one of my favorite instant noodle brands. The noodles in these have not been my favorite. They're a little thin for my liking. They cook nice and fast, but they are not the best A-Sha noodles. But we tried 3 of these this month. Going from mildest to hottest. These were the only thing that multiple flavors got the same slot on the dice or the coin or whatever we were going by, because I wanted to have them in order. And here we are at the end, and we're left with the hot one. And they have been interesting, to say the least. The sweet chili, the mild one, had a surprising amount of heat in it for a mild noodle dish. I've had things that said they were spicy or hot, or had like 3 chili peppers on them that were not as spicy as the sweet chili Hot Ones noodles. Now then we got to the medium heat, the garlic chili. And I really, really loved the flavor of that sauce before I added the water to it. It did lose some of that lovely garlicky flavor to it once we diluted it. But that one didn't really seem any hotter to me than the mild, until I added the bonus heat pack. And then it did seem to get hotter, which is weird because the bonus heat pack didn't seem to make the mild hotter at all. And I'm going to say it's the same sauce. It really tasted like the same sauce. But for some reason it made the medium hot. It didn't make the mild hot. Now that said, it was not uncomfortably hot, but it was getting fairly close to it. It was definitely not at the edge of my heat tolerance, but the edge of what I would consider a pleasant eating experience. And here we are now at the end at Smoky Chili. Now, the idea of a smoky flavored one sounds quite good to me, and I'm definitely interested to try it. We're going to do the boiling water method as we have the other two. Pull lid back halfway, add soup base, veggies. We have veggies. Do we have veggies in the other ones? I don't remember. It's going to just be spring onions. I don't think I should care. But I don't remember there being vegetables in the other ones. Boiling water to fill line. Let stand for 3 minutes. Stir well and serve. And of course, we'll determine at that point whether or not we want to add the bonus heat pack. But I'll try it as is first. These are 250 calories per serving, 63% of your daily sodium, and 5 grams of protein. And what's in here? Wheat flour, palm oil, tapioca starch, the same sorts of things that we always see in these. Lots of chemically things though. Disodium guanylate, paprika, sodium hexamethophosphate, hexamethophosphate, sodium bicarbonate, potassium sorbate to retain freshness. So, water, garlic, chili, tamarind. I was looking for that word earlier today, tamarind. I had forgotten it. Tamarind. That is a flavor that I've only generally enjoyed when it's on Rancherito chips. Dried carrot. Oh, so the veg is going to be carrot? That, are we gonna have dried jalapenos in here? Because they show jalapenos on the package. But I don't see green onions. Oh no, there are dried scallions. There we are. There we go. Handle hot noodle soup with care. I can read. It's not just because it's tiny. Oh look, there we go. Ramen noodles with hot and spicy chili broth, carrots, and scallions. You know, most people call them green onions, but they're really scallions. Take a look at what we have here. As expected, there is our bonus heat pack. We will put that in reserve just in case. Here is our packet of carrots and scallions, mostly scallions, but there are a handful of carrots in there. Maybe there were carrots in the other ones, because I feel like I've commented earlier this month about being mostly scallions, but having more carrots than I thought. And here is our smoky chili soup base. And of course, I'm going to try some of this before, like, eating it as soup. But first, I need water. I do need to get some boiling water, so I'll be right back. The kettle's already going, since this is the first time all month long, during the whole soup march, that I've known for sure exactly what I was going to be having. I've actually got the boiling water already going. So let me go grab it. I will be right back. Not that you'll notice any difference between this and when I had to go and like fill the kettle up and get it boiling, but I promise you, it's faster on my end. I'll be right back. And I'm back now with the kettle. Here we go. Let's put our veggies in first. Why not? Veggies! It says it right on there. So yeah, mostly scallions, some carrot as well. I wonder why they've advertised the carrot. I don't think it's the first time we've had carrot in there, but it's the first time I feel like it's the first time it's been like really called out. All right, let's try our smoky chili soup base. I hope this is good. I mean, smoky chili sounds like it would be good. Oh, that's as far as that's going to open. Is it? All right, let's give it a sniff. It does smell smoky and chili. It smells very, very hot saucy, much more so than the garlic. Garlic smelled really nice and garlicky. Had a lovely flavor. I would absolutely still buy that as a sauce. This honestly smells quite a bit like this to me, or at least my memory of that. It's been days, right? But it is definitely a darker color, more hot saucy look to it. Then I wasted some on the lid. Than our previous ones. Because of course the sweet chili one looked very much like sweet chili dipping sauce. I want to say the garlic one was a little redder, like brighter red. This is more of a dark red. This does definitely look like a hot sauce. Let's try a little bit on the finger. A little sweet, definitely smoky. Heat's kind of coming to the back of the throat now. I want to say, and this may change once I add the water to it. Because I'm sure there's oil and stuff in here. It looks like there's some oil in there, the way it like kind of glistens on the edge of the wrapper. And maybe the oil will make a difference, but this isn't super hot on its own. It's good though. It's got a nice smoky flavor. I do feel burn like in the back of my throat, not on my tongue. It's like entirely at the back of my throat. It's a nice flavor though. Oh, there we go. That hit me more in the back of the throat. Still not on the tongue. Not anywhere else in the mouth, just on the back of the throat. You know, the place that makes it hard to talk. But yeah, let's add the water. And get you one last look at the sauce before we dilute it. And let's add the water to the fill line. I feel like I should have, let's see if I can get that off the, it kind of sticks there. I guess that's because of the oil. I feel like I should underfill this a little bit, just because I feel like the garlic got a little oversaturated. It's disappointing. Oh, the noodles popped up. That makes a difference because they're not displacing as much water anymore. All right, now we need to give this 3 minutes to do the magic, do the voodoo that you do so well. And while we do that, I'm gonna go take the kettle and put it away. So I'll see you back here in 3 minutes. Time has elapsed. It has been 3 minutes. It's time to have some smoky chili noodles for lunch today. Let's pull the lid rest of the way off and see what we have made here. So yeah, I'm surprised the sauce is not as spicy, or at least pre-dilution it is not as spicy as I was expecting. And there's a part of me that's a little disappointed, because well, I don't want my lunch here to be inedible. I don't want it to make me like, I don't want this to be like the last dab, which is a sauce that I suspect is largely made not to be a pleasant and enjoyable addition to your meal, but to make you regret your life choices up to this point. And I don't really want that, but there's a part of me that does want this to be like uncomfortable, wants me to choke on camera here, or behind the camera. I mean, you can't see me, but you can hear me, and you can hear if I choke. And there's a part of me that kind of wants to do that, and is going to be a little disappointed if this is not like uncomfortable. I don't want it to be inedible, but perhaps uncomfortable. So we can definitely see that it's a very oily sauce. Look at the way it's sticking to the spoon there. Look at the way it coats the edge of the cup. So give it a sniff now. Smells spicy, doesn't it? That smoky smell again. It's like with the garlic one, that other note, that other scent is largely gone. I get maybe a little smoky aroma off of it, but for the most part it just kind of smells of hot sauce, which, I mean, it's a Hot Ones noodle cup. I'm not sure, what one would expect other than hot. Let's give it a try. The flavor is actually still pretty smoky though. Yeah, it's hitting me in the back throat a little bit there. The smokiness though comes through a lot better than the garlic did on the garlic one. It's hotter. Yes, it's hotter. I'm starting to feel on the tongue now. I'm guessing it's to do with the oil and the water, like some way that splits up. But so far, at least, it's not uncomfortable. Is it hotter than the garlic? I mean, I'm going to say straight off, it's hotter faster. Oh, that one's just hot because of the water. The nearly boiling water. Oh, that was, oh, okay, now I'm getting serious burn on the back of the throat, and weirdly not much on the tongue. Not much on the tongue, not much on the lips, almost entirely at the back of the throat. Let's try some of the broth on its own. You look at all the oil floating around in that. It is definitely making it a little harder to talk. It's not uncomfortable. At least not yet. But it is like whatever it's doing to the back of my throat, and maybe there's some other damage from something else there, but it's making it a little harder to speak than normal. And I mean, I have enough trouble speaking to begin with, right? Or rather, speaking intelligibly or intellectually, but, It does retain a nice smoky flavor, though. I'm going to say more so than the garlic did. This does have a nice smokiness to it. I'm going to say it is hotter than the garlic, but not by a lot. But I think by enough that I am going to withhold the bonus heat pack, just because it's as enjoyable, and I'd like it to stay enjoyable. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I don't know if I like it more than the garlic, but I do like it. I definitely like it more than the sweet chili. But I think I still like the smoked garlic a little bit more than this. It's not a lot though, it's not a ton. And this is getting like, the heat is now spread to my lips. Still not on my tongue, which I find very weird. But I do like the flavor of the broth. I like the sauce on this one. I feel like I may have let it go a little too long. The noodles are I think a little overdone. I may have lost track of time and let this go a little bit longer than I meant to. But overall, I do quite like it. It's good. It's good. It's not too spicy for me, which is nice. I am going to withhold this. I know maybe you're wrong, like, oh no, you need to add the bonus heat pack. I don't. I really don't. We'll leave that as a little trophy, a little reminder of the Soup March 2025. And because I don't mind that sauce. It's like Tabasco but good. I'm not a fan of Tabasco. It's like Tabasco but like better. It's like a better Tabasco. It's got similar flavor to me, but it's just better. It's a little bit thicker, a little less vinegary. It's a pretty nice sauce on its own. I actually wouldn't mind buying some of that. But they don't say what the name of the sauce is, so I can't. Even if it's available, I don't know what it is. But no, this is nice. This is it is a little spicier than the garlic, but not by a ton. That's way too much to eat off a spoon. That's fine for like slurping up in noodles, but for eating off a spoon, that's a disaster waiting to happen. Yeah, the smokiness actually, again, the smokiness comes through on that a lot better after adding water than the garlic did on the garlic chili. I do think I did like the garlic chili just a little bit better overall as a flavor, but I think the end result on this one is really quite good. It's quite nice. It is spicy, but it is nicely spicy. I don't think there was a ton of variance in heat level between the 3 levels of Hot One noodles. Honestly, really don't. It's hot. It's hotter, but I mean, the difference between this and the mild is not huge. It's not a ton. It's not a mile. It's degrees. It is not like long distances. And with that, we do come to the end of the Soup March. What is my favorite soup this month, though? What was my favorite? I know I was pretty impressed with the pizza one last time. I think I gave it one of the higher ones. So on the ratings, I think I gave garlic a 6 or a 7. I'm going to stick the same with this. This is the same rating as the garlic. It's not, I think not quite as good as the garlic, but again, very, very, much like the heat differences, it's very, very close. I do like that the smoky flavor survives the dilution process much better than the garlic flavor did on garlic chili. But that said, I do think I like the garlic chili just a little bit better. Just a little. But for the month, I really did enjoy most of it. I mean, I was disappointed by the lemongrass and spicy tortilla sipping broths. But they weren't necessarily bad. I just was disappointed by them. Same with the birria ramen, mostly because just the noodles in it weren't that good. The flavor was good, but the noodles weren't that good. But I think my favorite probably is, like the one I'd be most likely to buy again is probably the Sanakia udon. Again, the noodles were a little disappointing in that they could have been a little chewier, like the frozen shirakiku noodles are. But the flavor was had a lovely, fishy, savory flavor to it. It's one of the few times I've made an instant noodle thing and not go, I'm gonna add some chili oil to this. It didn't need it. It wasn't spicy by any means, by any stretch. It was one of the least spicy things of the month, but it didn't need it. It just has such good flavor on its own. So yeah, the Shirakiku Sanakia udon noodles are the favorite this month. But this is up there. It's definitely in the top 10 out of 13. It's definitely up there. This is pretty good. I would rate it probably just below the garlic noodles. Now, I'm not sure exactly where that would be because I haven't worked out ratings. I don't remember what I've said to all these things where it's been a long month. Like everything this year, a month is both a blur and 1,000 years. But this is enjoyable. Soup March was enjoyable as long as a journey as it was. We've made it through 13 different soups this month. Here we are at the end of it, and they're all gone. The table is empty, but for today's lunch. And a good lunch it is. Not maybe the most filling thing in the world, but it only 250 calories. Could maybe have something with it. Something without sodium. A nice salad would be good. Salad with low sodium dressing would be a good complement to this, I think. Maybe some lightly pickled cucumbers. That's it. We're done. Soup march is over. I hope you found it all interesting or entertaining. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. I do thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video where we probably won't be eating soup.